Hello and welcome RCSchim on the flight field today. We're in lockdown, but we're allowed to go out for recreational stuff, for exercising, if we stay away from others. I had 10 batteries. I tried to fly the same path, the same style with all of them, like a 3-second punch out to see how the batteries sag at the beginning. Fly a fast round with and against the wind. And then around 700 milliamps taken out, 3.7, 3.8 volts. I did another 3-second punch out to see how this one sags. So you see how the battery sags at the beginning of the pack and in the middle or in the end. I will compare all of these data because DJI gives me those SRT files. I can convert them to Excel files to get some solid data. Really curious myself to see which of these batteries is a good value for money. Most of the packs I got are from Banggood. Thanks a lot, Banggood, for sponsoring this episode through these batteries. And the other guy I want to thank is DemonRC, who was the only other company that I wrote to that was nice enough to send me batteries. Yeah, and I hope I can help you with the buying decision to get good batteries. And it's another one of those almost scientific test videos from RCSchim here on the field. Hope you like it, hope you can take something out of it. I did some test runs with and against the wind, because I also thought that I can show you the top speed that each battery achieves, but it turned out that the GPS speedometer is way too inaccurate for it to be used here. First flight, 5:41. It's barely warm. I flew 1000 milliamps out of it. The battery checker says I have 23% left, 22.54 volts. Second battery. This is the beat Lipo. Flew 436, maybe a bit more power was used. 21% left with 22.46. I would say it's about the same, really comfortable hand warm temperature, so nothing excessive. So the single cells. So the fifth cell is at 3.8. Tiger. %, that's nice, 22.66. I fly all these packs to around 1000 milliamp taken out of them. Temperature wise, they all are about the same. They are comfortable, like 25 degrees or something like this. Performance was great on this fairly large battery. I mean, I will have a table with all the measurements and size comparison and weight. This is fairly heavy, but it looks nice. 438. On to the next bed. DemonRC Fusion. Those are not 1300 but 1250 with 666C, which is rather 66.6C as they state. I try to be unbiased, but I'm kinda bit of a fan of them. Not only because I get those nice cappy from Demon. It's Adam is from Poland. It's a small company. You can support him by buying his batteries. If his batteries live up to the big boys, we will see in the comparison charts. Nice 442 minutes, 90%. Next batteries, now. Gaoneng 1350 with 100 or even 200C. It was performing in the middle field, I guess, 23% after 447 and not warm. Next battery. It's the Fullsend 1300 with 120C. 98%. I didn't discharge it overly. I flew it to the 1000 milliamp that I do normally. Would I full send it or would I send it back? We will see it in the table. 446, and it's always not really warm at all. AHTech Infinity. A lot of nice names for a medium well battery, I'd say. Percentage is okay, only for 3.5 minutes, but I gave it some power. It felt quick in the air. The sag was moderate to high, so not the best on the first, and also not the best on the second punch out, the 3-second punch out. And it was the first battery that got a bit warmer than the others. Still not really warm, but maybe like 28 degrees instead of 25, noticeably warmer, but not a problem. Not puffy, of course, of the first flight, but also maybe not worth the hype or the graphene technology. I continued with this R-Line, supposedly very good battery. It is, as the other batteries, it's nice hand warm. Flew it to 14%, 2.3. And this pack had one disadvantage. It was sitting there on the copter because I had issues with the DJI system. DJI wouldn't bind, so it was cooler than the other packs. Maybe it's the only thing that gave it a disadvantage, and so we will compare the figures, of course, and I will repeat this test with a good warm battery. So I decided to retest 2 of the Tattu packs. Maybe one is faulty. And I also, for comparison, I tested the best and the worst battery of the test course of yesterday. So spoiler alert, the beat Lipo, it's hard to beat. It was the best just in my testing. And the China Hobby Line Black Series was performing the worst, as you will see in the charts. We're trying to have those batteries pre-warmed. In my little battery pouch I have a bottle of hot water, which is now like 30 degrees or so. So that's the cheap and easy trick to warm a few of your batteries, and supposedly it really helps. Which leads me to my last battery. It's also a Demon Fusion battery, but it's a smaller pack. And I will just see if this 1100 is 18% after 345. I used some power there. They didn't feel any weaker than the larger batteries. Maybe you don't fly as long with them, but for acrobatics, the lighter weight could be a reason to use them. I kind of like them. Now it's really time to check the table with the numbers. I probably will give you an Excel sheet with the diagram, with the voltage sag and all so forth. So that's a good 10 6S packs that I wasted down there. So I retested those batteries today to see if those Tattu packs really are that bad. Yeah, I spent a lot of time yesterday comparing data and converting things to Excel files. If you want to know more about the details of my test, check the description. I wrote a little script to convert SRT, which are subtitle files. You can convert them quite easily by search and replace to a comma-separated value file that you can load into Excel. And if it's in Excel, you can have charts and have a good amount of data analyzed there. A few downsides: sometimes the goggles seem to freeze up. Not the goggles, but their ability to log the SRT file. So normally you would have a curve which displays, for example, your voltage, and suddenly it's just a line because for a period of time it didn't change the value. So it's a bit buggy still. And today, while flying on the third or fourth battery, I also saw that my milliamp reading wouldn't go up while flying, which is an indicator for the SRT thing locked up again. I then I landed and unplugged and replugged the goggles, and then I saw the values again. So it's not the air unit that locks up, but the goggles unit, SRT logger, that locks up. And it happened a few seconds after this again. No, it's not the storage cards, because now I really use the DJI recommended Sandisk Extreme V3 128 gig. They are damn fast. The old card I used was also damn fast, so I don't think that's the problem. What a nice... Yeah, and I did my whole flight from inside the car, which reduces the range a bit, but it's okay. And now this bus is turning around here. Hello, bus. Now back to the analyzing and see what the data tells us. I tried to visualize the difference here, and I hope you can see something in this data. To analyze the data yourself, you can, however, download my Excel sheet and play around with it, or just view it online. There is a link, of course, in the description. The results of me comparing all those numbers was a top 10 list, where I weighted first and last sag tests with 30% each, and another 30% for the price. Only 10% I weighted for the weight of the packs. This led to giving the Beat Lipos the first place. They really are just great packs. Followed by iFlight Fullsend, which surprised me. And then the Tiger Power. They look pretty good too, only the higher weight is maybe a downside. XF Power and Tattu are on the same level. Of course, if you just compare the first sag, then the Tattus are really good, as everybody says they are. My first test run with cold Tattu packs, but then really showed how important it is for a battery to be under optimal temperature range. The packs from DemonRC and the Gaoneng are pretty good all-rounders. The AHTech Infinities are just too expensive, while not really convincing at all. and the CNHL Black Series, they just performed really, really bad. And funny enough, the best packs here, and they are even cheaper than the worst packs, so it's kind of obvious which packs you should choose from this list here. So as I said, go ahead and check my Excel sheet, and you could have even just taken the Excel sheet and forget my whole video, to be honest, and see for yourself which packs you like the most, and maybe even compare those charts there. One little tip: if you have problems connecting your DJI to your goggles, if it takes 2 or 3 attempts that you actually get image on your goggles, it may be a loose antenna. It was for me. So this antenna, I had to bend it down this way and secure it with a zip tie this way for it to stay in there, and now the connection is smooth and instant as always. So that was really bugging me. That also means my last few packs and flights, and quite far flights, I did with probably only just one antenna with the sloppy connection. So make sure your antennas are connected nicely there. Hope you liked this video. If so, please leave me nice comments. You can subscribe if you found this video and are not a subscriber yet. Take really good care of yourselves, stay away from others, but try to enjoy the hobby somehow. You need this, as I did. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time. Bye for now. Please subscribe and also use the bell icon to get notifications when I upload new videos.